There we go.
There you go. You got it.
Wait, you called it two. That was like half a second. What is going on? We got to start over, everybody.
No, we were already late, so it made sense. What's up, YouTubenites? Welcome into the CovrPrice Weekly Top 10 for the week ending June 2nd, 2024. While you all are congregating, let's take a little scratch break.
Nothing will stand in our way. I will finish what you started. Nothing can stop that now.
All right, it's official, guys. That backstage green room felt like old times, and that got us all in the vibe. It's like an immediate shit show, but we're here. This is our first official time streaming off of this channel, so thank you guys all for being here. We appreciate the support. And damn, I have a really nice panel, don't I? JB, say what's good to the people.
Oh, I love that. How you doing, everybody? And welcome to our first edition of the CovrPrice Top 10 on the CovrPrice channel. Share it out if you have not already. If you are already in the live chat, please take a moment to hit the thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, hit the bell, all that good jazz, and share it out so everybody knows that we are live.
Yes, Marty, you're up.
Oh, man. Greetings, salutations, and blessings. And may the comic gods and TiVo continue to bless your long boxes as always. And thank you for joining us. What a great bunch of people in the chat today, man. A lot of people here to support us. A lot of people here to support you, Laura. You know what I'm saying? And they're here to keep TiVo's memory going. Everyone's here to keep this CovrPrice thing going. We're all here to bring the community together, guys, and just carry on with the passion and the love of what we do, you know? So thank you, everyone, for coming. Thank you, everyone, for being here. Please, if you haven't hit that like button, what are you waiting for? If you haven't hit that subscribe button, what are you waiting for? I don't know. Thank you for joining us anyways.
Yeah, Gabe, how do you even follow that up?
Oh, I followed up. I'm a champ. I had to follow up.
This is Gabe, man. This is Gabe. He can follow.
What's up, everybody? I'm here. Laura's here. JB's here. Marty's here. TiVo is here in spirit always. Shout out to CovrPrice for keeping the love and the tradition of the CovrPrice Top 10 going. Yeah. Much love to Laura for putting the scratch break in. We're going to keep this going like it's never changed, which means strap in, everybody. It's going to be a roller coaster. There's going to be mistakes. We're going to goof off. It's going to be one hell of a ride. Strap yourself in. Let's go. Let's go.
Let's go, man. This is the only way. This is the only way TiVo would want it, because things that TiVo said, the show must go on, right? The show must go on.
It's happening. Over under on DC Comics this week. I'm saying 35.
35.
All right.
35 DC Comics. Over under.
Okay.
We shall see. All right, guys, again, this is the CovrPrice Weekly Top 10. So this list is based off of the last 7 days of actual aftermarket sales. So we are looking at units sold, percentage growth, blah, blah, blah. What do we have for our runner-up?
Oh, that's me. Already messing up.
You got
all right, runner-up, number 11. Not quite there, but on the charts. we got Blood Hunt Red Band Edition #1, the Lionel Francis Yu Crime Suspense Stories #22 homage cover. This is a 1 in 25 variant from Marvel. This comic kicks off the Red Band horror image covers for the Blood Hunt series. 2 weeks ago, we saw the second issue's release in the series, and the fan reaction was highly positive. Just like this issue, the second blew up on the aftermarket. So the most current cover to chase has reached the top 10, but this book's sales are still going strong, everybody. It may have fallen off the top 10, but not by much. The horror homage covers are a huge hit, and this is evident in the aftermarket sales. We've tracked 11 copies sold. That's a 7-day growth of 7%. High sell is $375 for a CGC 9/8 copy, and current near mint fair market value for Raws is sitting at $157 still. Whoa!
Damn. Yeah, I'm not sure. I'm still not sure how I feel about this book. It just feels kind of sleazy that they would take a ratio and just print it again.
Well, my only problem with this book is the whole Red Band thing, where it's like, hey, you can buy the regular version that's censored and watered down and weak sauce, or you could get the Red Band version variant where it's all bloody and gory and awesome.
You don't like that?
No, that's weird to me. Just make it all bloody and gory and awesome in the first place. I understand variant covers, but now we're getting like variant interiors. It seems weird to me. Is all.
I actually want to see the interiors to one of these. What exactly is considered explicit content? I mean, I've seen some comic books. Some of the new X-Men was pretty bloody, man. I mean, there's some pretty bloody books.
I don't know, man. I think in this day and this day and age nowadays, brother, I think everything is inappropriate. If you look at it, man, I mean, a guy taking a shirt off is inappropriate these days, So I don't know. That's going to be a hard one, man, because, when they mean like inappropriate for audience, what are they talking about? Anybody out there in the chat have this book? Anybody out there, have seen the inside of this book? I don't know.
I think it's just more gory, bloody stuff, really. It's not like it's not inappropriate as in, like,
the interior is incredibly different
stuff.
at different points.
Yeah.
That's interesting.
Interesting. Yeah. Readers' discretion advised.
Yeah, we'll have to track one down, take a look for ourselves. All right, so almost making the list, we have Blood Hunt Red Band Edition #2. Let's see what we have to actually kick off the list.
Starting with number 10. Look at this. Grommets #1 by David LaFamme and Marino Dionisio. This is the 1 in 10 ratio by Image Comics, published in 2024. This book nailed the nostalgia of the 80s, submerging itself into the punk rock and skateboarding culture. A huge demographic lived through this time period and is still picking up books, making this a must-have title. This 1 in 10 variant nails the period's aesthetic, further drawing in fans. It doesn't hurt that the adaptation rumors are already spinning, causing fans to hit the aftermarket in search of a copy. We tracked 19 copies sold at a 7-day growth trend of 100%, with a high sale of $15 for a near mint raw, with the current raw fair market value at $12. What do you think?
I don't know. I think it's cute. I like the cover of it. I haven't read this, so I can't.
Not a big fan of this. I mean, I guess if they're catering to the younger crowd, the skateboarders, of course, and the younger crowds, I think this would be okay. But this is not up my alley, to be honest.
They're catering to the 40-year-olds who used to skateboard.
Oh, okay, all right.
I was a skater for like 3 years. I wore the buffalo pants, like the extra wide pants.
Did you really?
I was a skater.
I don't see you that way. I don't see you that way.
Post a picture of it. It was bad. I could smell those photos. Gabe, you are muted.
This is one of the cool things about the cover price is not as does it show you like the hot books trending and prices and all that fun stuff, but it's introducing us to books you haven't heard of. I've never heard of this book, Grommets, but it's Rick Remender, who has just almost a perfect track record in my book. And with this being a David Lapham cover, I love David Lapham. I like him as a writer, and he's a fantastic writer, and he sneaks out these special art covers, and it's something special. Like, I love it when he was writing Stray Bullets, when he was writing Crossed. He writes some sick, crazy stuff. Like, he must have had a puppy die every day of his life as a kid, because he just writes the most saddest, depressing stuff. But to see him do like this really cool skateboard cover for all of us 40-year-olds that used to, skateboard, and now you can't because you got ankle or knee issues.
Right. Hey, by the way, guys, before we begin, I mean, we also have the bingo card out there too. So if
we got to
you
get
guys
a link
want
to the bingo. We got to get a link to the bingo
yeah,
card.
Yeah, I think Chris has it. So Chris, if you wanna go ahead and post it in the chat, that's fine, man.
Rudy, make sure you approve that link when he posts that in there. And Laura,
There you go.
One more time? Did you say that you were a skater? Tell me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was like 8th grade. I wore, there were these, it was called Buffalo, these extra wide pants. And yes, to somebody in the chat, I could do a kickflip. And then slowly I kind of merged out of that and started snowboarding instead.
And everybody, that was our first edition of
Thanks, Laura said I was a skater. Boom.
I'm thinking Laura dressed up as
time I saw that
skating around or something.
That is amazing. Wow.
Yeah, it was a thing. I could do it. All right. Number 10. Okay. Grommets, number 1. The 1-in-10 ratio. We're getting off track here, you guys. We're having too much fun. All right. Hold on. I forgot where the button is. There we go.
There we go.
Number 9.
Laura, can you please go ahead and highlight the comments while I take this read? Coming in at number 9, we've got Blood Hunt. Red Band Edition, issue number 2. The Logan Lubera Crime Suspense Stories, issue number 16. Homage. A 1 in 25 even. Now, Blood Hunt came out the gate crazy hot. Fans were excited for Marvel to embrace a major title that has been sorely lacking from their lineup. They did one better, releasing classic Golden Age horror homages as variants. Issue 2 got the same treatment with this 1 in 25, also an homage, but this time featuring Wolverine. The mutant has knives attached to his hand, for Pete's sake. So obviously, he's well acquainted with blood and guts. He's the perfect mascot for this series, piquing fans' interest. We tracked 13 copies sold at a 7-day growth trend of 4% with a high sale of $203 for a near mint raw copy, with the current raw near mint fair market value at, holy moly, $172.
Damn. Holding strong.
What do you guys think of this one? Another horror homage. I'd like to see the original. It'd be nice if we could put these up side by side in the future, guys. CovrPrice, I know you're listening. You're going to create all kinds of cool graphics.
Cool.
What does Crime Suspense Stories issue number 16
that would be neat. Yeah. We can add that in. I think this is cool. I like the whole horror take. I think that they're very clever to incorporate that. I am shocked that this is holding as well as it is. Gabe, you have any insight on that? No?
I think it's if they didn't say that this was an homage to Crime Suspense 16, I wouldn't have known. Like, it's kind of there now that I look at it, but it wasn't as obvious as the Crime Suspense 22 on the.
Yeah, I'm with JP. I want them side by side. Side by side would be perfect. That was brilliant.
You can do like a screen share and find the picture.
Yeah.
Well, going forward, see, we're going to drop some hints to, we have all these amazing resources at CovrPrice now. We've got the writers and the artists at our fingertips. Well, kind of.
More or less. All right. Number 9, Blood Hunt Red Band Edition, number 2. Moving on. Is this Marty?
It is Gabe.
Oh, sweet. I get the X-Men one. Awesome. Let's talk about new X-Men number 133. Marvel. This is back in 2002. This book marks the first appearance of Shariah Kadar, a.k.a. Dust, one of Marvel's earliest, if not first, traditional Muslims to feature her religious head covering, the hijab. Her powers are pretty self-explanatory. She can transform her body into a cloud of dust. But what caused fans to seek out her first appearance was a blink and you'll miss it moment with the conclusion of X-Men 97 Season 1. The theory machine was booted up immediately, started working overtime. During the final episode, the fan base caught a glimpse of a big board Ford's put together for potential future teammates of the X-Men. Most recognized the likes of Colossus or Havoc, but Dust was a minor surprise. And the majority of the fan base has no idea who she was, but with the reception of X-Men 97 received and the amount of new fans is brought on board, there is no surprise that we've seen an uptick in the aftermarket sales for this issue. We've tracked 24 copies sold, 7-day trend of 83%, with a high sale of $258 for a CGC 9.8. Shout out to that guy for being ahead of the game. And a raw near mint fair market value is $17 for this issue. What a hard one to find on high grade too. It's all black.
I was just gonna say, why is that a steal for $258? That seems like high, but now that you're saying it's all dinged up, that makes sense. All right, Gabe, don't get mad at me. I have not finished X-Men 97.
What?
Where's
blasphemy? Where's the?
I know. I feel like
hold on. Here it is.
Damn!
I've been meaning to. I just haven't.
Laura?
Marty, have you watched it? Have you watched the full season? You're muted, Marty.
Marty, you're muted. We're gonna have to bring in the.
I am so sorry. Oh my goodness. I'm here talking this whole time. And no one's hearing me. No, I have not seen the complete series of X-Men 97.
I'm gonna go home.
I'm so glad we brought that
sorry, man.
production value from the Lord's.
You know, it's been a busy year for me so far, man.
Yeah, it's been nuts, but I do dig the cover. I think this is really well done. It's artistically perfect. It's an evergreen piece for this character, so I like it for that.
Who is the character that's in her eye that she's looking at?
I don't know. It's a little monster.
Yeah, it's a little monster. No, that's not Wolverine. It's like almost like Juggernaut, doesn't it?
Somebody in the chat said it was Wolverine in the eyes, but I'm not sure if that's.
How does that look like a Wolverine? No, it doesn't look like him. Interesting.
I'm not seeing it. King of the Golden State. Where is Wolverine here? It looks like a little guy putting his arms up and then two little legs.
There you go. Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, everybody's saying Wolverine. I was right. I know what's up. You guys make me doubt myself. That's called gaslighting.
Never doubt yourself. Number 8, new X-Men 133, and there's the link to our.
There you go.
Bingo
there
card.
You go. Bingo. There we go. Look at this. All Select Comics 70th anniversary special #1, published by Marvel in 2009. While nothing is quite confirmed yet, the rumor mill is certainly churning. Recently, it's been speculated that Marvel aims to develop a blonde Phantom TV series for Disney Plus, with the all too familiar Taylor Swift eyed to portray Louise Mason. There are also rumors it could be Sydney Sweeney. It's all conjecture currently, but that hasn't stopped fans from securing the most readily available copy that's not a Golden Age key that pertains to the character. Developments would come fast, so some opted to try and get ahead of the game. We tracked 11 copies sold at a 7-day growth trend of a plus 10%, with a high sale of $30 for a near mint raw and a current fair market value of $13. There you go.
We should have an over-under for how many characters Taylor Swift is rumored to play.
Right?
Sydney's better. Come on. I agree with
But Laura, blonde, red dress.
Hell yeah, it is.
There we go. There's the bingo card. That's something that's on the blonde with the red dress.
It's on the card?
That's on the card.
It could be.
Blonde in the red dress is on the bingo card.
Yeah, I don't know. Sydney Sweeney,
I have not looked at the comments on the bingo card yet. You have to. They're funny. They're hilarious. I think Chris did an amazing job with setting that bingo card up. Props to you, Chris, for doing that. And by all means, please play it.
Yeah, we definitely need to get a copy of this. JB, I'm curious of your opinion here. What do you think of Sydney Sweeney? As an okay, hold on. Let me rephrase that. As an actress, JB, as an actress, how do you feel about Sydney Sweeney?
She's WB kind of actress. She's
remind me
she's not a star.
She?
She's a lower level actress.
She was in Euphoria. She was in Madam Web. Did you see Madam Web? I did.
Was she the main character?
You saw Madam Web, but you didn't see X-Men 97 yet?
I put it on the background, Gabe.
No, you know why? Do you know why she watched Madam Web?
Why?
Because that was...
Him and I talked about it. He's like, it's really bad. It's really, really bad. It was bad. And Sydney Sweeney's her acting is nothing. Yeah, it's just not great to me.
She's average. She's WB. She's all right.
Yeah, they need to do better for this.
Interesting. Very interesting.
Yeah. All right. Number 7, All Select Comics 70th Anniversary Special number 1. And we're almost halfway there. Almost. Number 7.
Oh, that's me. All right. Go ahead and highlight the comments. I'm coming up. At number 6, we've got Hellverine, issue number 1, the Joshua Cassera spoiler variant. Now, Wolverine issue number 36 caught a ton of fans off guard. There was a mad scramble to secure the first appearance of Hellverine. Well, capitalizing on the fervor it produced, Marvel opted to follow up with a solo title. Well, fans were prepared for this one, with pre-orders steadily filling up for the months. One of the big must-haves of the bunch was the spoiler variant from Joshua Cassera, featuring a half Wolverine, half Daken, son of Wolverine, amalgamation. It's fantastic and has done a killer job of sinking its claws into the fan base. Welcome back, Daken. We tracked 36 copies sold at a 7-day growth trend of 243%, with a high sale of $20 for a near mint raw copy and a current near mint raw FMV of $17.
Now, is this Hellverine's first solo appearance? Solo comic book title,
first solo title,
right?
His first
because her first
36.
appearance, we talked about that about a month ago, and I believe she was in a that was her first appearance, of course, but it was more, I think, added to was it Ghost Rider? I think it was, or no, or was it Wolverine? It was Wolverine, right? It was something within that. I think it was. I can't remember. I'm getting too old for this, but yeah. So this is her first solo. Yeah.
My God, this chat's hilarious. All right. Hellverine number 1 made number 6 this week. This is the Joshua Cassera spoiler cover.
There we go.
All right. We're halfway there, JB.
We are. Come on, Gabe. What we got?
Gabe?
All right, here we go. Doom number 1. This is the Adi Grommets variant. Marvel 2024. While the regular edition of this book has been just dominating the top of the charts, this is a stellar consolation prize for those who missed out. It lacks the color and vibrancy that the regular cover has, but this book is typical Doom. Brooding, dark, and also realistic. It's been steadily gaining traction and is quickly becoming the go-to variant for this title. We've tracked 20 copies sold at a 7-day growth trend of 10%, high sell of $25 for a near mint raw, and current fair market value for near mint raw is $23.
Yeah, I dig it. I think this is a really good one. I would probably put the money in and get the Virgin if you wanted the 1 in 100, because the art's so on point with this character. I think it fits. And
you
JB,
can't go wrong with Andy Gradnov, though, man.
You got to get the Virgin in this one. Come on, man.
Right?
I love his art.
Yeah, it's just kind of perfect for it. It all
no,
fits.
that is not a photo. That's not a that's that's a drawing.
That's a drawing. He's amazing. I mean,
absolutely,
you've seen a lot of his. I have quite a few covers from him. Oh man, I should do a haul video on that sometime. But man,
I really love Adi Grommets. Like, I've met him a few times. He's super nice and great. But I don't like this cover. It looks unfinished to me. All I can see is how the back. If you look at the green of his hood, it's unfinished. Like where it turns from the green to the black, It's not detailed. It's not finished. It stands out to me and bothers me.
I see what you're saying. I do see what you're saying, but another perspective I have for that is I think they're just trying to show him coming out of a dark background in a sense. So you have that little bit of fadeness there. I see what you're saying, but the inner dark, I don't really care too much for because it doesn't really look like it's shadowed. It just looks more like it's blacked out. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Absolutely. I agree with the cover price listing that the regular cover is beautiful.
Yeah.
That thing is awesome. So cool.
Yeah, I agree. I think you guys are all hit it. Gabe, does he use oil? Is this oil painting?
More than likely, he does. He usually does some kind of like oil based.
This looks like it would be oil based. And if that's the case, it's even better in my opinion because oil is so unforgiving.
He's super mixed media. It's a little bit of everything.
Yeah, pretty
like
cool.
he's painted airplanes.
Personally, I like it. I think it looks the metal looks realistic. I mean, look at what holds his cloak together. I mean, besides his cloak in the background, I think everything's on point. The metal looks really aged. It looks like it's worn. I mean, I like everything about it. But I can see your point when it comes to the dark aspects of it.
Yeah, agreed.
I think we need to come up with a new little bumper because Gabe seems to have met a lot of people, and I want to play the little drip sound when he when he drops another name of somebody he knows. We're gonna have to
drop it.
I did a lot of
dropping.
Torpedo.
We're gonna have to get
all the
people
cool artists.
Gabe.
Gabe, that's a bingo. That's a bingo card right there. That's a Gabe name dropping. There we go.
Oh, I love it.
By the way, shout out to the 80+ strong in the live chat tonight. We cannot thank you enough. CovrPrice thanks you. We thank you. Thanks for joining us. We appreciate it.
That's what I was looking for at the halfway mark, JB. I was trying to prompt you
JB
for that.
panders to the audience. If you had that on your
That's what I was
bingo
waiting
card,
for earlier.
There,
get a
Ray.
drink.
Yeah, I kept saying
Oh my
he's good.
god.
Oh, that's
I'm
what
gonna-
the halfway point was. Yeah, to pander to the audience. There you go.
Yeah, I was trying to get you. All right, number 5, Doom. Number 1, the Adi Granov variant
There we go.
that Gabe is completely wrong about. Number 4.
Okay, number 4 brings you Masters of the Universe #1 by DC, published in 1982. The long-awaited He-Man movie appears to be making some headway. The community recently received casting news with Nicholas Galatzine sent to portray the blonde bomber of the big screen in 2025. That immediately set fans scrambling to secure arguably the first appearance of He-Man in comics. This was the first book marketed to older kids and not directly tied to a kid's picture book featuring a toy or a small appearance in other titles. A lot still needs to happen between the recent confirmation and the big screen appearance. But by the powers of Grayskull, He-Man fans are pumped. We tracked 14 copies sold at a 7-day growth trend of 17%, with a high sale of $225 for a CGC 9.8 copy and a current near mint raw fair market value at 33 bones. There you go.
I don't know how I feel about this casting. I don't know if it fits.
I'm not familiar with this actor.
I'm trying
He
to look
is,
at-
yeah.
Buff?
Who is
He better be
Nicholas?
just yoked out of his mind.
No,
He's
he's
not.
not.
They should have gotten
Character.
Homeboy from Reacher to do it.
Yeah, he's not.
Boy from Reacher would have been perfect.
Oh, boy from Reacher. Yeah, that would have been a good. I mean, that dude is. Do you guys remember him? He used to play in a TV series called, I think it was Blue Mountain or something. It was a football TV series, Blue
You're
Mountain or Blue something, and he was nothing like what he looked like in Jack Reacher nowadays, man. But yeah,
I thought Zac Efron was playing the role when I saw him in The Claw. He has a haircut and everything.
Yeah, very nice.
Time will tell. All right, number 4, Masters of the Universe #1, and we are just about done for the night, guys.
Wow, we're going through these quick, aren't we?
We're moving. Yes. All
Yeah,
right,
we
next
are.
up.
I hope I don't get this name wrong. Get bingo ready. At number 3, we've got Sonic the Hedgehog, issue number 69, the Natalie Fordrain.
Perfect. Nailed it.
Right.
There you
The
go.
retailer incentive cover. This one's a 1 in 10 retailer incentive. Who's buying these? Good Lord. We have yet another Sonic 1 in 10 gracing our list. Seriously, these retailer incentive covers have been going gangbusters on the aftermarket. While Sonic may be popular, he's not the biggest commercial driver. That leads LCSs to routinely underorder to save money in a particularly tight economy. But the ones who did hit that incentive are often rewarded with stunning books like this one from Natalie Fordrain. When they inevitably make it to the aftermarket, they tend to see a lot more love than they did on the rack. We track 17 copies sold at a 7-day growth trend of 31%, with a high sale of $21 for a near mint raw copy and a current near mint raw fair market value of $19.
Sonic the Hedgehog. Here we go again with the game books, right? I mean, we were on this for quite some time, I believe, in a few episodes before, man, and we're still seeing a lot of game books coming back.
Yeah, I don't know if I would call this a stunning book. I mean, does anybody in the chat have it? I'm trying to see if anybody caught up to
I didn't
this.
see anybody that claimed that they had this one, but I don't know.
I tell you what, though, so you know,
I'm not a fan.
I work with children too. So I'm a mental health therapist, and I do work with children, and sometimes we do art therapy. And I will tell you, a lot of the kids nowadays, especially the tweens or even younger teens, their art style, some of the ones that draw, are very, very similar to this. So this really resonates to a lot of the younger crowd, especially with this type of animation.
That's cool. We definitely need to get more of the younger ones.
I have a question. Is this book targeted towards the younger reader? Because, I mean, again, what LCS is buying a lot of this?
Sonic is a
I just don't see it.
huge, like it's a huge franchise. There's a lot.
Yeah,
of
but for
people-
younger kids,
But is it
like,
targeted towards
No.
the younger reader? Or is it targeted towards the older reader?
and
the
there's
older-
definitely not older readers, but you're looking probably more like Marty was saying, like it's like tweens, early teenagers.
Yeah,
Like, I read this book. I buy the hardcovers for this book. I like it.
I think I think especially the cover presents the way it does, I think that's going to significantly draw the younger crowd to that sort of book and wanting to pick it up, if not to even really look at the cover, to scroll inside the book just to see where it goes. And I'm kind of curious to see what the inside of the art of the book looks like as well.
Yeah, and I guess there's probably those adults that are pulling their kids into comics through stuff like this, where they can kind of both read it. All right, number 3, Sonic the Hedgehog, number 69, the Natalie Fordrain retailer incentive 1 in 10.
69 dudes.
I knew you were gonna do that, Gabe.
Number 2.
Oh, this is back. Look at this.
Yeah.
That's you.
Come on, guys.
That's you, Gabe.
Yeah.
That's you, Gabe.
Oh yeah, let's get this X-Men stuff going on right here. X Factor number 6, Marvel 1986. X-Men 97 was a huge hit, not huge enough for some people on this panel to watch it all. And it ended on a high note, teasing the return of Gambit as a horseman of the apocalypse. Spoilers for Laura and Marty. Fans naturally made moves to secure the first appearance of the Boss Man. This book marks the first full appearance and cover appearance, often considered the first mutant. It saw a surge in sales when X-Men Apocalypse debuted, but was quickly set aside after the film hit theaters and was really bad and awful, and I didn't like it either. Now collectors are picking it back up again. We've tracked 24 copies sold, 7-day growth of 49%, with a high sale of $410 for a CGC 9.8 copy, and current very fine raw fair market value is sitting at $29.
Look at Gabe busting balls while reading the script. It's awesome.
Yeah,
Thank
he
you.
is.
Yeah, good job, Oscar Isaac. Sorry, buddy.
That was very impressive, and it takes a lot of talent to do that. By the way, Laura.
Yeah,
ad-libbing, yeah. I'm gonna get to it just because Gabe's making me feel like a little shit about it. I'm gonna get to it. I'm gonna watch the full thing before next week. I'll binge it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think I will too eventually. Not by the week, but I will eventually binge it.
The last episode has a mid-credit scene thing you have to stick for too.
Okay.
All right.
Gotcha.
I'm invested.
Good.
Number 2, X Factor number 6. And last but not least, the number 1 spot this week. No surprise here.
Yes, and number 1 and my final read for the night, which makes me very sad because that means the show's about to end, which is, I'm having a great time here. My goodness. Anyways, number 1 brings you Doom number 1. This is by the Sanford Green. It's the regular cover published by Marvel in 2024. While Doom has had numerous one-shots and limited series over the past few years, this book has gained the most traction. It landed at the perfect time, satisfying fans' need for a competent and threatening villain. It also had a tribute to the late rapper MF Doom, who developed a cult following over the years, much like Dr. Doom. This series was an instant pickup for numerous fans, and a ton more are now chasing it on the aftermarket. We tracked 124 copies sold at a 7-day growth trend of 57%, with a high sale of $25 for a near mint raw copy and a current near mint raw fair market value at $37. There it is.
Yeah. This is very cool. I think it's just like a couple lyrics at the beginning, right? And that's all it took.
I think I have this one. And if I do, I can't remember, but I believe that the cover looks familiar. And if I do have this one, that I'd be only 1 out of 10 on the list.
Yeah.
No, make it 2 because the X Factor number 6. I actually still have X Factor number 6. So yeah.
All right. Very good. Well, that was the number 1 spot. Let's see. There we are again. Hey guys, we made it through our first show on this channel. Not bad. We messed up a little bit, but not too
Going
bad.
down in history, folks.
Yeah, that was pretty good. And to answer some of the chat. Oh, go ahead, Marty.
I think we did TiVo proud tonight, brother. Sister, brother, sister, Lady Laura plus the Lords, and of course, Lady Lord Laura. Well, let's do that. Lady Lord Laura. There we go.
That's turning into a tongue twister, dude. That's not going to work.
That's not too. It's the tongue twister. Yeah.
Yeah, there is going to be a shaker show, guys, on Thursday. JB is going to be taking the reins for that one. I expect nothing but great things from you, though. You're going to do great with it.
Yeah.
Oh, we're gonna have a couple of special appearances on Thursday, so make sure you tune in. We got some surprises in store for you on Tuesday.
All right. Before we let you guys go, a couple of things. Shout out to Nearing Nerdvana. If you guys haven't subbed that channel, please do. That's one that I also host with a bunch of girls, and we have a bunch of shows throughout the week. And Bird City Comics, that is again somebody affiliated with me. So go show them some love. Guys, anything you guys want to add before we go to our very, very cool
I want to
outro?
add my babies. That's Princess Leia right there. That is Mr. Oliver right over there.
Oh, I thought you were pointing to the picture in the background.
Those are my babies. I wanted to add them, because I gotta show them. I gotta make them famous, right? I gotta make them famous.
Oh my god, that dog butt's so cute. Just like waddled away. Oh my
god.
They waddle.
I would like to shout out. I'd like to shout out Laura from Bird City Comics for being a fantastic host tonight and taking the reins. And your work on Tim's tribute was fantastic. I've rewatched it several times. Your opening statement was emotional. It was awesome. I want to thank you for everything you've done this last week in remembrance of Tim and for keeping this running. Everybody that watched the show knows Tim wanted Laura of Bird City.
Don't do this to me. You're gonna make me start bawling again.
Do this, and she's doing it, and I'm so stinking proud of you. Great job. Thank you,
Laura. You did amazing tonight. You took the reins and you ran with it, just like JB said. And if I can caveat what JB said, I think you did an amazing job, and you did him so proud. And I think he's smiling down on us, keeping the show going, doing what we're supposed to do, having fun with the show. Because I think that's the biggest thing, was having fun with the show, because the aesthetics is there, right? the audio's there, the lighting's there. I mean, everything that he wanted. It's just also having fun with the show too. The passion that's built up for this community.
Yeah, and it did kind of come full circle. Somebody in there was just saying, Gabe and I were on his last show, so it's kind of only fitting that you were here with me today. That was a big reason why I wanted you, actually, because I was like,
absolutely, anytime. This is too much fun not to do this show. Like, come on,
right? This is fun. It keeps the passion going. It keeps that kid like joy in collecting here. And yeah, thank you guys all for being here. And JB's just my wingman. I have him all the time, and I appreciate you guys so much. All right, but we have a special little outro before we go, guys. Anything else?
I just want to say, just to kind of recap from last, I think it was Sunday. Thank you so much for everyone that came on to the show and shared their stories with all of us. For everybody that came up on the chat that just shared their stories as well, and just gave us support and came to pay their respects and honor TiVo the way he was meant to be honored, because it's so wonderful. And if you guys don't know, I don't know. Does anybody know how much that GoFundMe reached up to? We
broke the goal. I don't know what it ended up at, but
big time. And I think that is wonderful. Good way to send them off, man. And such a wonderful, amazing. And for me to be able to come here and be with you guys and support you guys, I just want to say thank you so much to you guys.
There you go. Yeah. 12.7K. Everybody should be proud of
12. Oh, damn. God.
For helping out his family and this just it was amazing. So sudden. I don't know anything about any of their financials, but when something sudden like that happens, it's a toll, and it's hard to kind of make that happen. So everybody out there it's over 13 now. So
13. CovrPrice is 13.
Like, that's how you show humanity and empathy to people.
Yep. That is, that's the epitome of community. Awesome. All right, guys, before you go, though, one final little thing for you. How should I do this, JB? I need a good background.
I would put the thumbnail up first, let it play, and then it'll end us on the thumbnail, and you can end the stream.
Wait, Laura, you're supposed to, I know we already did it, but don't forget, you're supposed to be like, so any final words, like how we used to do? Final words,
You're right. JB, final words.
Don't forget, everybody, we had a great time.
Gabe, final words.
You put your left foot in, you put your left foot out, you put your left foot in, you turn all about, you do the hokey pokey, and we're ready to go. Good night.
Marty, last words.
May the comic gods and TiVo continue to bless your long boxes. And please, please, please hit that like, hit that subscribe button. Don't forget Thursday night. I'll be on with JB as well. I'll be here to support him as well. And we're going to have a great time like we did tonight. Please join us. We're going to have a great time. We're going to keep this thing going. We're going to enjoy it. We're just going to be fanatics about it. Oh, one last thing. Go to my Mine and Ray's YouTube channel.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
You don't have to subscribe. You don't have to like any of the videos. Just watch the old comic talks with TiVo in them and a lot of the OGs that in there. Just go there and watch it. I'm not asking for subscribers or likes or anything like that. Because my channel has been pretty much dead for quite some time. But
you're here now, so we're good.
Yeah, just go there and watch, like Tim's on there. So many people. JLS is on there. The New York Warriors, Biggies, Marky, Manny, NYC. We got some Gene Paul Ace Peter. If I forgot you, I apologize, man. But go on there and watch it, man. There's some good memories on there, some history on there.
All right. Guys, I'm going to end on this.
For the entire crew, this is TiVo saying keep digging in them long boxes. Peace out.